So, what is up? Demon the Man is in the house, and today got a little bit of a different video for you. I love the MCU, so I felt like I needed to discuss this, like the best knowledge that I have of it, and give my opinions on it, and then end the video after that. Okay, so Spider-Man is officially out of the MCU, and it hurts my soul because although I was big on Andrew Garfield being Spider-Man, Tom Holland really grew on me, and he plays the role excellently. I don't know if excellently is a word, but he did it excellently. So, start at the beginning. So, years and years and years ago, Marvel sold Sony Spider-Man and all his properties, villains, shit like that. Well, they created the MCU, and they're like, you know what? We want Spider-Man. And so they made a deal back in late 2015-ish, and got the roles of Spider-Man. And then they quickly casted Tom Holland to be Spider-Man, and that was that. The deal was with Sony is that the MCU or Disney would get 6 films with Tom Holland Spider-Man, 3 of those being him films, Spider-Man films, Spider-Man films, along with 3 others, and then Sony would get 95% of the money made from the Spider-Man character, and Disney would only get 5% of it. Kind of unfair, but at the same time, Disney has a lot more money than Sony, so But anyways, skip like a few years later, 5 Spider-Man movies later, and we get to Spider-Man Far From Home. I haven't seen it yet, but apparently it made over $1 billion in the box office. And Marvel Studios, aka Disney, was like, you know what? We want more films with him because he plays the role very well, and he's such a loved person. It would be lame if he just left after his 3rd film. So we're gonna go back into negotiation with Sony and try to make a deal where we can get like 6 to 7 more films with Tom Holland. Maybe cut the cost 50-50, and then talk about getting Venom into the MCU. So, they went under negotiation, they offered the deal, and Sony was like, no, because he's ours. Okay. And then Marvel Studios was like, dude, please, let us have him. And they were like, no. And Marvel Studios was like, why? Okay, why though? And they're like, there's no. You don't get to win this time. And they're like, oh, wow, okay. And that was practically it. Now, Sony is not to blame here. It's actually more Disney's fault because they didn't want to pay so much money for them. Or they're asking too much money out of it. Or something like that. I don't really remember. But then a rumor came around that they went back into negotiation because Tom Holland wanted to be in the MCU. And they wanted to take his opinion in consideration, so they went back in negotiation. And this is what I heard the new deal was. The new deal was, instead of 6 to 7 more films, it would be 3 to 4. The cut, or the payment for every Spider-Man film, instead of being 50-50, would be 70-30 in Sony's favor. And then Venom. And Sony was like, you know what? Well, think about it, and we'll get back to you tomorrow. Well, they got back to him, and they said no. And apparently, and then I heard something else. I don't know if this is true. This could be not real at all. But like, Sony was like, you know what? If you want Spider-Man and all his properties and all his villains and shit, $1 billion right now. Dude, Disney has that much money. They really do. But that's $1 billion though. Like, do you not get it? That's not fair. If that's true, it could be fake. But I'm just saying. Really? Come on, dude. You just want to make a good Spider-Man movie, and you never have. Okay, Sony, that's your problem. As much as I love the Amazing Spider-Man films, after going back and watching them, they're better than Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man, but honestly, you can't really compare to Tom Holland, so I love my boy Andrew, but it doesn't compare to Tom Holland. Tom Holland, he is such a cute little bean as Spider-Man. But we do have some good news. Even though he is leaving the MCU, Sony is going all out in his 3rd film. They are doing his 3rd film, and they're going all out. And now with him and Venom and Sony, there is a possibility of them collabing, like a Spider-Man versus Venom movie, and then Spider-Man and Venom versus Carnage film. That'd be dope. I'd love to see that. I would rather it be directed by someone from Marvel Studios and not Sony, but that's cool. It's whatever. Tom Holland did come out and say something like, it's kind of saddening, but at the same time, I do believe this is a new beginning. Thank you, Marvel Studios, for giving me my start and allowing me to live a dream. Thank you for that, but I cannot wait for what the future holds with Sony. So I guess it's not all bad, but dude, that sucks. When he started, I hated him, like I said, because I was such a big Andrew Garfield fan. And I hated Tom Holland because of that. And I did not want to like him. But then I did. And I really, really, really liked him. And now he's gone. And I'm just like, see, this is why we can't have nice things. Okay? That's why. Because we have big, greedy corporations like Sony and Disney. Especially Disney out there. And it's awful. Oh, well. Anyways, I think I kind of got the gist of it. If I missed something, I'm sorry. I just feel like I needed to make this video, my opinions on it. I really wish they came to an agreement. I don't know why they couldn't just stick with the original deal and just have Tom Holland do his last film with MCU and then go back to Sony. But I guess that'd kind of be the same deal as him just leaving now. It would suck even worse then. So, whatever. It's whatever, I guess. We'll still get his third film, and it possibly will be with Venom. So, that's something I will be looking forward to. It just sucks. He's not in the MCU anymore. It really hurt me, and it hurt a lot of people out there. But anyways, that's it. Like and subscribe, all that great stuff. I'll see you on the next one. Peace.